I'm young, I'm not so young, what have you, and I'm looking for an advisor for the first time. Or I'm sensing maybe I've outgrown my advisor, or we're not on the same wavelength anymore for whatever reason. How would you suggest to somebody when they're looking for an advisor for the first time or changing up advisors for whatever reason, what are some of the things they should look for to ensure that they pick the right one?
I think about when you go to the doctor, right? And my doctor's a good doctor. How do you define that? Because you don't know what you don't know. You didn't go to medical school. We have the luxury today to have some metrics that are out there. So you can ask yourself, or when you're interviewing, and that's what I recommend, if you don't know an advisor, maybe not choose the first one because somebody said, hey, this is a great person. Look for those things that make sense. Do they have integrity? Do they understand me? Do they get me? Do they understand my values? Do they have the platform to be able to handle what I need, the complexity of my growing situation? Do they have a planning or a team capability around them? If you don't get the satisfactory answers, then you need to move to another advisor. There is the luxury of that today to be able to understand what are those service levels that are out there. And we see that whether you're thinking about a great wealth transfer, a lot of old sole proprietor type of practices, and there's necessarily nothing wrong if they're able to provide you everything. But if you mentioned it, I feel like I've outgrown my advisor. They're not able to handle these other things. They say, I don't do that, and go find somebody else, and you don't know where to go. Right. Ideally, they're part of this team that you're working with that can handle all those things, that see all of those things in one place. And they provide you the technology to do that. You may have a portal, a client portal. You have this technology that you can see everything, and you have a team around you that's reacting to the changes and advising and coaching you. That's what I would say. I would interview advisors and see, are they able to meet these criteria? And those would be entry. After that, it would be as this personal relationship.
Valuable if you ask a friend or your current advisor. Maybe you have an attorney, you have an accountant. Hey, who have you seen that is working well with somebody? But don't just say, I heard so-and-so. What have you heard? Or if they're that person's advisor, what do you like about them? I always like to ask, assuming nobody's perfect and you've already given me the things you like about them, if they're a 9 out of 10 or an 8 out of 10, what's the missing 1 or 2? And maybe those 1 or 2 might be more important to me than my friend, in which case maybe their advisor is great, but not great for me.